cool, like wicka wicka wow.
Do it live.
Fuck it.
Bow, wow.
And we are live, episode
That's
4.
new audio, by the way, for music from now on. I'll just be making my own. Bow, wow, bow, wow.
Bow bow
Okay.
chicka chicka bow wow wow. There's just a
All
couch
right.
in the background.
Our podcast.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Alright, so how are we going to explain stuff?
But don't
Great
worry, I
question.
got this. It's part of my job.
Okay.
All right. Jordan, are we a go?
We are alive and we are a go.
Terrific. So for all our viewers out there, all one of you, welcome back to D&D OSVL Group A. So last time was pretty exciting. There was no one really left town except for to go try and find some herbs to get rid of the binding that Tancred and Angry were placed under. During this time, Angry got angry and decided rather than finding the herbs, he would rather make a bargain with the wizard at Wizards of the Plains to go and punch a list of people. So he took it upon himself to begin punching these people. These people started with a 5-year-old boy who turned out to be the leader of a gang of street urchins. After that, he decided to move on to trying to punch the prostitute Dahlia in the face. The first attempt failed, and he was one hit by the pimp. He retreated and took a long rest. Afterwards, he decided to go make a second attempt, snuck into the building, found Dahlia the whore conducting business, and snuck in and punched her in the face while she was conducting business. Jumped out of a window, ran away.
Is this Die Hard?
And then...
Or
It was
Crank?
only on the second floor. It was cool. Then he proceeded to... who was the third target that you did?
It was the Johnny or
Yeah, Jimmy John, the fastest hands in town. At this point, he ran into Jarlene at the bar. Jarlene secured Jimmy John so Aang could punch Jimmy John in the face, doing full damage and causing him to go into a coma and possibly die. We're not sure on that one yet. And then Angry took off. And then Angry took off, leaving Jarlene alone, holding a limp body in the middle of a mug half full. Ran to the temple to go and try and take out Sally Sue, the temple maiden. But he was... What's that?
I wasn't going to take her out. It was just a little punch.
Well, with your track record, you were doing max damage on almost everybody, so you were taking people out. So he was intercepted outside the temple by both Jarlene and Tancred, and Jarlene grappled Angry and headed over to Wizards of the Plains. Notes it's the middle of the night, so the shop is closed. They beat down the door until the wizard comes out, get in a verbal argument with him. The wizard slams the door. Jarlene and Tancred work together to bash the door in, and they invade the shop/home of the shopkeep Wizards of the Coast, who blasts them with a cone of cold. They end up grappling him right when the guards arrive and arrest everybody.
Also the stick, the tickle stick.
Oh, yes, of course. They used the rod of tickle torture on the wizard to subdue him, and it was very successful. At this point...
He's in a fit of laughter, as I remember. He's still... Right now, he failed all 3.
Oh my god.
He is in a fit of uncontrollable laughter as he and the rest of you are being escorted/dragged by the guards to Castle Udek to be dealt with by the guard captain Joe.
Who was friends with Arlene, which was very
So,
helpful.
I'm definitely still on my way back from where I was, wasn't I?
She's let's just say that she's in stroke because of too much stress.
No, I'll be running Jarlene today.
You made the
Okay.
turtle shell up.
Also, the guards definitely... I definitely think that... Or did the guards believe me or not? I thought I rolled pretty good on deception when I told them that the wizard was causing
They
chaos.
they started to believe you until you handed over the list of people that he wanted punched, and they started reciting the reports that they'd received from these people. So you literally handed evidence of your own culpability in the crime spree to them.
But I was telling him that he cursed me if I
So-
didn't unless I did what he wanted, I was gonna die. So I feel like it was like a whole like.
They recognize the curse as being one, or pardon me, the binding as being one that came from the temple and not from the wizard.
I feel like they shouldn't be able to know that. But whatever, you're the DM. I'm gonna let. I'm
It's
gonna roll.
it's a common binding done by the temple.
Well,
Everyone seems to know about it.
whatever it is, only
This is whole-
Angry and the wizard is in trouble, so we're okay.
You beat down his door.
Brother.
You tried to melt his door, and then we had to talk you, the lawful good paladin, out of killing him.
So
I leave for 20 minutes, and y'all just fuck it up.
I mean, so look, so me and Jarlene has evidence as we were there to arrest the men who were about to punch or try to order someone to punch.
Oh my
So-
god.
So we have a righteous.
I don't think they're gonna see it that way.
I didn't beat the door down, but that's not my call there.
You were inside the building where they were restraining a wizard, and the building had just been broken into. You know, possession slash being there is like 9/10 of the
Oh,
law
I
or
take full
whatever.
responsibility for being there. I'm just not taking full responsibility for inciting incident.
The subsequent action. All right. So at this point, you all are being escorted to the castle. Do you do anything while you're being escorted?
Oh no, angry's the hell up. So let's just with it.
All right. When you arrive at the gate, they usher you guys inside to a very small room where they seat each of you down and bind you with manacles, and they tell you to wait, and Joe will be with you when he is available.
Oh,
Chrono, during this
God.
time, what are you up to? By the way, you know nothing about what happened, Chrono. So
What time is it when I'm coming back from my meeting?
from your meeting,
Yeah.
we'll say it is 1 bells
In ante or
post.
okay,
Oh,
so
ante, yeah, ante. Sorry, it's still It's still middle of the night.
okay, so it's 1 a.m.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
the equivalent. The equivalent.
I'm gonna head up to Enter Sandman and see if I can find any of my compatriots. So I guess I'll inquire with the innkeeper, whomever.
The innkeep explains that he has not seen the patrons who usually, or your party members who have usually been staying there tonight, and he's unsure of their whereabouts.
I guess at that point I'll mosey on over to Take Me In tonight to see if they're over there, just to try and get an idea of where they may be, because I don't think they're going to be at It's Just a Bed, because last time a giant bug attacked Angry.
As you walk in, the bar section of Take Me In Tonight is hopping as always. I've got these backwards. It's Enter Sandman that has a bar section. So you walk into Take Me In Tonight, and it's dead quiet, silent, like no activity, which is somewhat strange because usually it's bustling with ladies of the night, but it seems to be really quiet tonight.
Yeah, so I guess I'll ask the innkeep, like, what's happening? Why is it so quiet here? Enter Sandman was quite lively.
Well, the guards are having to question a lot of people. There happened to be an assault on one of the working ladies. It seems they have a serial punchist out in town.
A serial punchist. Was
Yes,
this?
he's running around indiscriminately punching people in the face. Put Jimmy John, the fastest hands in town, in a coma. Punched out a small boy. He's probably not going to grow anymore because he just has all of his growth knocked out of him. And Dahlia, sweet Dahlia, she lost a couple teeth. We don't know if she'll be able to work again.
Huh. And
Oh, I did do full damage on her
who
too.
who was this person that was going around punching people indiscriminately becoming a serial puncher.
Serial punchist, please.
Sorry, I
The term
apologize.
is serial pugilist.
Oh God.
No, punchist. Real punchist. Well,
Fistist.
there have been a lot of rumors, no confirmed reports, not anybody from around here at least, but they say a tall, angry gray man with sharp teeth was running around punching people in the face.
Huh. Was there a weird dragon with him?
I haven't heard anything about that, no.
How about a turtle?
Oh, Jarlene. No,
Yes.
I don't believe Jarlene was. Well, Jarlene was implicated in the submission of Jimmy John.
All right. Do you know where this giant serial punchist is being held by chance?
I haven't the slightest. I haven't heard anything about their capture, but I hope they get the book thrown at them.
Who would do the book throwing?
Probably Captain Joe of the Guard. He's up at the castle.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate your time, and I slide him, like 1 gold piece. And
Any time, good sir.
indeed, and I guess I'll head up to the castle to see if I can talk to Joe or Jarlene, assumingly.
All right, as you approach the castle, you see the guard is doubled. Instead of the usual 2 guards at the gate, there are 4, and there are more walking the parapets around the castle wall itself. Halt!
Hello.
What business have you at this hour?
I'm looking for a serial punchist and a turtle.
The serial punchist, the turtle, and the lizard man?
Yes.
Yes, they were brought here not long ago. What business have you with them?
They are part of a ragtag group that I'm also with, and evidently I left them for a little bit, and they got into some trouble. So I'm here to maybe talk it out.
I don't have the authority to let you in. Let me grab my captain.
Captain, my captain.
He waves down Captain Joe, who is walking by on his way to a small building on
Joe
the
does
grounds.
A lot of stuff around here. He's a busy man.
Joe's the boss. He's a busy guy. Captain Joe comes over and says, I'm sorry, I see a lot of faces, but you look really familiar. Have I met you?
You might have. I was here with Jarlene not too long ago.
Charlene. Giving me such a headache, that lady.
Yeah, she's an interesting turtle.
But she's a good person. What can I do for you? I have a lot to handle tonight. It's been crazy.
Well, I heard that one of my compatriots was out punching children and women, which sounds like him. But I heard that the dragon is here, and as well as Jarlene, and I'm just trying to figure out what the hell happened when I left to go meet somebody, and then I come back and suddenly there's a boy that won't grow anymore.
Yeah, come with me. I need to go get the whole story myself.
All right, I will just march along.
Escorts you into the room. At this point, Joe and Chrono walk into the room where Aang, Tancred, and Jarlene are being held. What? All right. What is going? Who did you punch? Why? What is going on here? Just tell me what's going on.
He punch.
I didn't punch anybody. I'm just
Okay,
here.
Cool.
I'm trying to figure out who you punched.
It's only you, brother.
He points at Tancred, says, "You, quiet." Points at Chrono, "You, sit." Points at Jarlene and says, "Just no." And looks at you, and Aang goes, "Aang, what compelled you to run around punching my citizens in the face?"
Listen, so someone hires somebody. Bad deed. Who's more responsible here?
The one who cocked their fist back and flattened people's faces.
I came to my senses and was trying to achieve some sort of justice and bring him back to you. You were on the list. He wanted me to hurt you.
He wanted to do... Really?
Yeah, I got your guards have the list. Your name was on there. He wanted me to hurt you.
He pulls out the list and starts looking at it. He's like, huh.
There's some pretty upstanding citizens you want me to hurt too. I'll start at the low end, just play it safe. But
Well, we'll be taken care of, Reginald. Don't you worry. But I can't just let you off for punching people. It'd set a precedent that people can go around punching people in the face and
oh no, you
assaulting
definitely can't.
children and women.
You can't let me off. But I feel like some sort of bargain can be made because I brought light of the situation to you. It could have been much worse. It's like
All
at least
right,
it was
stop
me.
trying to sugarcoat. You didn't bring anything to our attention. My guards found you. All right, so let's just be real here.
He's tied up. I'm sure he's laughing like a maniac too. I'm sure he was.
Okay, you have to understand me. Right now, I can get you on 3 counts of criminal punchist. I can get you on 1 count, 2 counts of breaking and entering. I can get you on a count of casting spells on citizens without a license.
Um,
I mean, why else would he still be laughing?
well, he's a maniac.
Yes, there's nothing magical about that. No, of course not. Do you think he'd be a fool? Understand, you have a lot of charges against you. That could be up to, he starts counting on his fingers, this many years in prison.
How many years is that?
This many.
Got it.
I'm not so good at counting. Regardless, I think,
What can we do for you?
well, I know that the Duke wanted to meet with you guys later today. I don't want word of this to get to
I
it.
promise I won't punch the Duke. He was not nowhere
What?
near that list. I said I promise I won't punch the Duke. That he was nowhere near that list.
That's not my concern. My concern is, regardless. All right. I think we can make this go away because Jarlene, you and I we do have such history together. But I need assurance from you, Jarlene, that this will not happen again. And of course, she agrees. All right. Here's what we need. I've already talked to Jarlene about helping me out with an issue. If you can help me out, I can make sure this transgression is expunged from your record.
Awesome. Another thing, I'm cursed, which was the whole backstory behind all this.
It's a binding, brother.
Oh, God. Why not just pay the old hag instead of punching people?
This is before I thought I knew I had money.
Oh
Now
my
I do.
God.
I really like it. I never had before. Yeah, that's probably the. You're important, man. I can figure this out some of the time. Days.
Captain Joe, is there a way that you could persuade the folks that have this binding on him to release it in order for us to do diligence to the service you're requesting?
Did they provide a service to you?
To him, yes.
And was it agreed upon payment?
I don't know.
Kind of felt like it was a ransom more than anything.
But did you agree to the payment before services?
Dragon did.
And you did not?
May have. It was pretty delirious. I didn't understand. There's a talking mouth.
Well, by Latvian law, I cannot interfere with the dispute. You'd have to go to the courts. But I do have some sway with a couple people there.
What's the deal
If
with
you
this whole
do,
binding thing? I feel like death's pretty severe for a.
God.
How's that allowed? What kind of medical practice is that?
that's not under my jurisdiction. A deal made between 2 consenting adults is none of my business. But I might be able to work something for you. If you do me, as I said, the favors that I need.
I can do favors. You already seen that. I'm very good at favors.
Angry. Just
Well,
shut up and accept his offer.
and of course, Jarlene agrees to continue with the mission that Joe has asked of her. Tancred, what say you?
And when would this favor needs to be
I'm sorry, one more time?
When is this favors due?
Well, to clear your record, the job I need would have to be done tomorrow evening. That would be the only real opportunity.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on, let me do this. I can't hear you guys.
I can't hear Tancred very well.
Yeah. Ouch.
Did somebody just punch the mic?
All right, I can hear Chrono. I've been having trouble hearing Aang. He's been cutting in and out.
That's just
Oh no,
Aang.
that's
It's
that's
just
been
my
happening. Yeah.
internet in general.
He
I'll
probably
try
has
to
a
switch-
VPN on.
The VPN's off, actually.
You bastard.
Then try to turn it on again because
Oh my god.
I had the issue with the Discord without
Turn
the.
it off.
Tank, are you able to turn your mic up at all?
Hold on,
I
got
can hear him
this.
fine. You can alter his volume.
How?
Right click his name.
Mm-hmm.
User volume.
Ah. Got it.
Oh, then okay. I also want to explode my mic, but okay.
No, you're totally fine. I can hear you better now.
Don't explode your mic, please.
That would not be good.
Don't do it, brother.
All right. So maybe then I can hear with the headphones again. Still there?
I'm here. Oh,
Aang.
hello.
Aang.
Here.
All right, great. So he says, tomorrow night, there has been an individual, suspicious individual, that's recently moved into town. Jarlene has agreed to help me figure out more about this person. They're a no-name noble, rose from nowhere, and suddenly they're living in one of the largest mansions in town. But there's something strange about them. A lot of shady characters moving in and out about that home at
Captain
all hours of the
Bravo.
night. And I don't trust them. I know all of the nobles as part of my business, but this man, he's unknown, comes from nowhere, and he's just shady.
Is this by chance a man by the name of Rivallo?
Yes.
Interesting.
How do you know him?
I've heard pretty much the same thing you've said. This man from nothing who suddenly has a large castle or mansion, and no one knows where he came from.
Well, as the captain of the Duke's Guard, it's my responsibility to know all in the city, to know if there are threats. And this unknown, it doesn't bode well with me. I would be willing to wipe away your criminal record if you were to bring me information on this man. What is he up to, and why does he have so many strange, random characters coming in and out of his place at all hours of the night? I know that tomorrow night he will be gone from his home, and I've already worked out with Jarlene that we'll make sure his guard is gone as well.
Got it.
Okay.
If you can retrieve any documentation of his plans, his history, anything about him, the more I know, the better.
Captain Bravo.
We just got directly from him.
What's that?
Is punching it out of him? No.
He's
No?
not going to be there angry.
Got it. Okay.
I,
okay, got
I
it,
would
never mind.
prefer if he did not know we were looking into him.
That's good. Glad that was cleared up.
Oh, Captain Brother. Are you sure this personnel doesn't know about this planning we have done?
I don't know how they would know. Jarlene and I just spoke of it this morning.
I understood.
Terrific.
Do you have
As for-
any blueprints by chance, Captain Joe, of this mansion?
I do not, but I'm sure that if any of your party our cartographers or builders of some sort, City Hall might be able to provide them for you.
Okay. No big deal.
Do the guards know about this? I don't want to get arrested again.
You will
So
be
I'll do
officially
favor.
sanctioned. None of my men will stop you.
Got it.
As for helping with your binding, I will have words with the temple if you resolve another issue for me.
Or you cut a deal to the wizard. I'll try and tell you how to do your job here, but like deal for
Well, good,
deal.
then don't.
Okay, got it.
What is the other task that you have for us, Captain?
Well, outside town in the wastes, I have heard tales of how do I say misdeeds being conducted by a group of creatures, somewhat sentient humanoid creatures south of town. They've been raiding the farmlands. I don't need you to fight them. My guards can do that. I just need you to find them.
Okay. We can do that. Well, do they attack during the day, during the night?
Typically, right at dawn and the dusk.
Dawn and the dusk. Well,
Twice a day, every day.
dawn and dusk. And what is it? 2 bells right now? 3 bells?
It is.
We could head over to the south end right now if you will give us a few men and check it out.
Well, unfortunately, processing is going to take a while. I can't just release you right now. There are protocols. You'll probably be out of here by about 8 bells. Then you have to meet with the Duke in the afternoon. And then yes. Tomorrow would be a good day.
Aren't we going to the mansion tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, yes. You can do it the next day. I don't need the information right now.
Okay, fine. Sounds okay.
Busy day ahead of us.
All right. If you can do that, I can make sure that you're taken.
Oh, that sounds good.
Terrific. Forgive me. My men will have to do the processing. It'll take a few hours. I must be elsewhere.
Okay.
And
bye,
he
John.
leaves. All right. So you guys are alone in the room now.
Tancred sleeps.
Well, that's enough for one day. Angry is gonna try to rest.
I don't get no sleep because of y'all. Y'all ain't gonna get no sleep because of me.
Tancred still sleeps.
Joke's on you. I stab everyone in their
Big
all.
first time.
Not while you're sleeping.
But you're not stuck in a cell, so you're
I'm just sitting here, chilling.
None of you are in a cell. You're just in a locked room.
oh well, otherwise known as a cell.
While we're doing this, I guess I'll prepare some poison with the venom from the lovely little spider.
Okay, that'll take you. How many vials of poison are you making?
Well, I have 1 big vial of venom of the giant spider. How many can I make with that, do you think?
You can make 3 poisons, 3 doses of poison.
Okay.
And that'll take you 3 hours.
And I will apply that to one of my daggers, one of my darts, and one of my crossbow bullets whilst I'm doing that.
Terrific.
I guess before I go to sleep, I turn to Tancred and just say, see, this all worked out in our favor. Now we get to search for some evil murdering bandits instead of flowers. Thank me.
Brother. Okay.
All right. Anybody else doing anything? Great. So several hours later, one of the guards comes in and says, "All right, you're free to leave.
I'm like the wind.
But if we
Rest
catch you
several
doing
hours, or
anything else, what?
rest several hours or short rest several hours?
Long rest worth of hours.
Okay, perfect.
Brother.
But if we catch you, even so much as stepping 1 toe out of line, you'll be right back here, and we'll be much less pleasant about it."
Got it. You won't catch me.
As I walk by them, I just say, "Thank you, brother," and just keep going.
We become brothers.
Oh God.
All right.
Dad?
All right, lesson
As-
learned. Next time, wear disguise.
Just don't punch people.
Listen,
Just don't break into a prominent member of society's shop and try to assault him.
I did not do the breaking in.
What do you mean, brother?
You were complicit in the act, though.
Oh God.
um, so we're meeting the Duke.
Now, as you guys leave, you see it's early morning. You weren't supposed to meet with the Duke till the afternoon. But
What's a
it's,
Duke?
what's that?
What's a Duke?
A duke is somebody that's in charge of stuff in this town.
Joe the Duke?
No, Joe is in charge of the guards. The
Got it.
duke is in charge of Joe.
Got it.
Duke.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys have about 4 hours to your meeting. Is there anything you want to do?
Are we right outside of Castle Udek right now?
You are. You've just walked out the gates.
I don't have anything that I really need right now, so I'm fine with just doing a jump if everyone else is.
Tank.
What are the odds I'm blacklisted?
Brothers, I'm gonna be in temple.
I'm sorry, Aang. What was your question?
I said, what are the odds that I'm blacklisted from everywhere?
Well, you probably won't be very popular at the brothel or at Mug Half Full, and I would not risk going to Wizards of the Plains.
Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about some place to get a drink. So I guess Mug Half Full is not anywhere I can go anymore.
I mean, you can always try and see what happens.
Is that the dive or is that the?
Mhm.
I'm going back to my old haunt. I just love that place so much.
All right. So as you walk in, the barkeep looks at you and says, "Hey, we don't want no trouble."
How's it going?
Oh, you no trouble.
You enough to eat?
You got it. Yeah. You guys need a bouncer around here?
As a matter of fact, you looking for a job?
I have about 4 hours of job I can give you.
I would need you consistently each night, or at least 5 nights out of the week.
Never mind.
Well, if you change your mind, that was some mighty fine punching you did.
I know it.
Don't encourage him, please.
You're right by me. Have a seat.
Yeah, I'm hanging out at the bar for the next 4 hours.
I'm just waiting by the castle. I'm just gonna go back and wait.
I do ask the bartender, what does he know about fancy folks that look like me hanging around in the city?
You said fancy folk?
I said fancy folk. Fancy part of town. I think that was the town people hanging out around me.
No, I don't
Hanging around
frequent the
like-
North Quarter.
Got it. Never mind.
Alright. So, as soon as Chrono gets back, we'll go ahead and move up to the castle.
Man, I had a great way to deal with Jimmy Johns too. I was just gonna like naturally get in a fight with him. It wasn't gonna be like a hold him and punch him in the face, but Charlene kind of went with that.
Yeah, well, you get the impression that Jimmy's not very well liked, and people feel like he got what was coming to him.
Perfect.
Alright, so we're waiting for Chrono.
How's the praying going, Ingrid?
Oh, actually, Tancred is going there to add something to a silent.
To who?
To assistant or prayer or whatever. The
Sacred, you cut out on me. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Tancred went to church to temple.
Going to temple.
Have you heard of my brother, Bahamut?
All right. So, you guys roll up to the castle. The guards out front stop you and ask your business, and Jarlene hands them over the invitation to meet with the Duke. And they usher you inside. You are ushered through a long, beautiful hall flanked with statues, flowers, a long running, flowing rug down the center of it. Hall's maybe 30 or 40 feet tall, very ornate and opulent. As you start to, as they usher you through, they bring you to, it looks like a large throne room just behind a set of beautiful oak double doors. It's flanked by pillars all the way down the side, a very well maintained checkerboard floor, and a raised dais at the other end, upon which sits a regal looking man, sharp features, hawkish nose, dark tousled hair, wearing the sash of office. Next to him, on his right, sits a young man of maybe 12 years old. Very similar features to the other man,
Stop.
but obviously quite younger. And standing behind the throne is a beautiful woman, maybe late 20s, early 30s, um, black, raven black hair, milky skin, eyes that just pierce you to your soul. As you approach, um, the Duke hails and says, "Welcome, welcome, friends. Please come forth. Uh, I hear that one of you came with news of Fort Levelly."
Hmm?
That's
So
you,
I'm
Tancred.
this whole
It is
way.
nice to meet you, brother Duke. What do
He
you think
chuckles.
about Fort?
What is your name, Mister?
My name is Tancred, brother. And
Tancred?
with
My men tell me that you came with a message from Fort Levelly.
Fort Leveland. Are you talking about the temple I was raised upon, brother?
No. Were you not the one that? Hold on a second. Oh yeah, that was not you. I apologize. Jarlene's coming with the information. My bad. Um, so Jarlene relates that Fort Levelly is under attack currently by the Molten Men of the North of Centralia, and the Duke strokes his chin. This troubling news. I thank you for bringing this to my attention. What can I do to repay you? Ang, we
Okay.
can't hear you at all. Bueller?
You hear me?
I can now.
Who isn't she repaying Aang? Or he repaying Aang? Or not Aang? Arlene?
Yes, but I just didn't know if anybody else wanted anything.
Aang's just always honestly thrown off. He's never he's never seen anything this big or grand before. So
Jarlene asks if he would be able to help with your guys' binding, and he says, "Another binding.
first, actually,
Well, legally, there's nothing I can do. But since you have been such a help to me, and Jarlene, were you not here a few years ago, helping us with that goblin problem?" Jarlene agrees. Well, since you've had such dedicated service, I'll see what I can do. And he jots out a little note for you, requesting that you be freed from the binding, and hands it to you guys.
oh, thanks, Duke.
Now,
I will not forget this death, Duke, brother.
please, it's just you, Hudek.
Brother Duke
And and he says, if there's nothing else, I'm a busy man.
Are you
And
s-
you're muted.
Am I the one who's getting cut off right now, or is everything?
Oh, I'm getting cut off. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Can now.
Keeps cutting in
Hello?
and out, I guess. Alright.
Yeah, but I
One
cannot hear
second.
anyone.
What the fuck?
Hold on. Hold
Yeah.
on. I'll be right back.
Y'all suck. Lee.
Hello?
Hi.
Okay,
Hello?
I can. Yes, I can hear you now. Alright. What?
Alright, can you hear me?
On roll
Very-
20, yes.
So,
Sure.
since I have the Duke's attention, I ask him quickly. Duke, do you know what this amulet means? And I pull up the Triforce amulet, see if there's any significance of it.
No, I can't say I've ever seen that before. Where'd you find that?
In a dungeon. Just trying to find out what
Not my
it is.
dungeon, I hope.
No, no, not yours. But the wizard seemed interested at one point, but I wasn't willing to hand it over. He seemed a little bit too keen on it.
Hmm. No, I don't know anything of this.
Okay.
A thought comes to mind, though.
What's that?
As I ponder the message you brought to me about the Molten Men of the North, I wonder if I might be able to employ you for reconnaissance sometime in the near future.
Sure. What do you need?
Well, let me speak with my advisors and reconvene with you. Would you be willing to come back in 2 days?
Sure. 2 days. Not too bad. We'll see you then.
You got it, Duke.
Terrific. Then you once again have my thanks.
Thank you very much, Duke.
And, he asks his wife, or he asks the lady next to him, my dear, would you please escort them out? And she acquiesces and walks towards y'all and says, "Good evening, gentlemen. My name is, people call me Duchess Hudek, but you can call me Nora. All my friends do. Please follow me." And she starts walking you guys out, chatting about the weather and how nice it's been.
I mentioned to her,
Do it.
do you know anything of this new noble, Rivallo, by chance?
Rivallo.
Ruggio?
No, this does not sound very familiar to me. We've had a couple of new men moving into town. You might be one of them. I haven't had a chance to set up a social function in a while. It's been so busy around here, with the commemoration and all.
All right. Appreciate your honesty.
Off the side, I whisper to Tancred. I said, Tancred, she called us gentle. Do I look too gentle?
Brother, you look great.
Okay. Just making sure.
Well, I do hope you could all join us for the centennial celebration of the Union of the Lands next week.
What?
We will try our best
Oh.
to be here.
Are you not from around here?
Oh.
Well, it was 100 years ago that the land was joined. The Kingdom of the Three was joined into Sudnal. Yeah, we celebrate next week. It's such an exciting and busy time.
Got it. The drinks?
Yes, the wine shall flow freely from our coffers.
Perfect. Sounds great.
Well, then I shall see you next week.
Thank you. Chip chip cheerio.
And she waves you out the door. So, you guys leave. It's currently about 2 bells.
Afternoon thing.
I guess we should probably just see where the place we gotta go is.
Yep. I want to go scout it out.
It's the joint.
Terrific. So, you guys walk to the area that Joe had indicated on the map, and you see several large, very exciting manors, but the one indicated it. Is there battle music going on?
No, just
Yes.
moves and stuff.
It was
Okay,
moves
this is
and
supposed to be
swords.
town. I don't
Moves
know why
and
there's
swords.
swords.
It was a weird mixture of the two.
Well, they're just forging it.
Okay, just the town should be on. There we go. Anyway, you guys see a large manor house, 2 stories tall, easily bigger than any of the other manors on the block. Beautiful trimmed hedges surrounding it, a nice manicured lawn, gravel path walking up to the door. It seems to be very busy, hustling and bustling, full of servants and well-dressed, well-to-do dressed individuals moving in and out the door.
I 2 stories. I can get up there. Done it before.
I wouldn't suggest it. It's broad daylight. You'll stick out.
Not right now, but in general, in the future.
I say we walk
I
in
would
through
too.
the place where everyone else is, the kitchens area.
The what now?
We walk in the same place everyone else is, through the kitchens area, or the staff area, whatever that is.
Yeah, you see a bunch of staff moving in and out to the door on the right, and then the front door, you see a bunch of well-dressed individuals moving in and out. Upon closer inspection, some of the men who are well-dressed look very out of place, look rough and gruff. Their shirts not quite buttoned properly, or very wrinkly and bulky, kind of underneath.
Can I roll insight to see if I know where they're coming from, like usually?
Roll insight. You're able to tell that most of them definitely are not accustomed to wearing the clothing that they are, and that a couple of them are wearing weapons that are more than just ceremonial or status symbols. They look like they are comfortable. They're comfortable in a fight.
Highly weaponless individuals, brothers.
Seems interesting. I
Yeah.
guess I'll just stake it out until it's time to sneak in.
And
Anything across the
you
street. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
and you recognize there's a disproportionate number of individuals that look very similar to you, moving in and out of the house.
Walk up to the nearest one and ask him if he's my father.
Jesus
Daddy.
Christ.
Oh no.
He looks at you in confusion and walks off quickly.
I'm just gonna keep going to the next one. Do I know you? Why do you look like me?
I grab Chrono and whispered.
Brother, we should get the hell out of here.
And one after another, they just look at you like you're crazy and rush off.
Got it. Aang is still confused. Now aware that there's a lot of people who look like him. Kind of sulks off.
Yeah.
When you get
All
there,
said
how
and
do you
told,
dance
you
or-
encounter 8 individuals that look very similar to you.
Who are you? Why do you look like me?
What the one you asked that to stops and says, "Man, are you crazy? What do you mean? Why do I look like you? We're obviously the same race."
Race? You're weird
Yes.
humans too?
No, you're a half-orc, fool.
They call me half orc.
Because you're a half-orc. I'm a half-orc.
Are you calling yourself that?
It's facts. Do you not know your tribe? Do you not know of your history, your traditions?
Traditions usually are 6 a.m. wake up, punch the wall, make your fist all real hard. Then 12 is usually drinking time. 4 o'clock is your afternoon punching. That's about all the traditions I got.
You definitely sound like one of us. You who raised you?
Lee.
Lee.
Drunk Lee. He goes by both.
I don't know this man.
It looks like me though. Way off in the outlands. I had to walk a long ways to get here.
Well, listen. You seem like a gentle enough, if not confused, individual.
How do you call me gentle?
Well, because you are not rough and gruff. You seem quite gentle.
I'm not rough and gruff.
Not like other orcs I've met. You might intimidate the humans, but you're just a puppy to us.
Aang's a little offended.
Listen, we have a group. Meet us tomorrow, and he hands you a slip with an address on it.
Okay.
And it has an address and a time, 10 bells, and it looks like it's in a rough part of town.
Okay. Aang takes that and says, okay. Still think I look pretty tough, but we'll see.
All right. I have business to attend to, and he rushes into the house.
Alright, Aang walks away. Or back to wherever they went. Are they still standing there? You guys leave?
I'm still here.
Yup.
Can I just take a nap while we wait?
And I ask Agni,
You just get an invitation by a potential enemy, brother.
I don't know if he's an enemy or not. He gave me this cool note to go meet him somewhere tomorrow.
Interesting.
See that? He looked like me.
All right. Are you guys doing anything else for the day?
Oh, is there a place we can just sit like across the street or outside? For the rest of the
It
day?
looks like a bustling residential area, and it looks like it's a quite wealthy area, so loitering would be noticed.
Okay. Well,
Tancred's gonna just go back to temple.
Are you gonna take the note with you from the Duke?
oh yeah, we gotta get healed. Good call, Anchored.
I'll wait
Break
here
the
while you
spirit.
all do that.
Let's go, brother.
Chrono, are you waiting there all day?
Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm watching,
Alright.
seeing what's happening.
Self.
All right. Like I said, it's a pretty well-to-do area, so loitering will be noticed.
Unless I'm stealthy enough.
Hold on. What is your bonus for stealth?
8.
No, you rolled an 8.
No, I rolled a
He rolled
16.
24.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 16.
Okay, never mind.
I'm
I'm
going
reading
to
that wrong.
blend in while I'm watching. I'm not just gonna sit there like. I will mosey amongst and kind of switch which ways I'm walking, but I'm keeping my
Okay.
eye on this mansion, getting a feel for the flow, if there's any peculiar people coming in and out. I'm just watching.
All right. As you're moseying about, you notice the number of men going in to coming out is disproportionately high, and those that are coming out less bulky than when they entered.
Interesting.
Aang, Tancred, you guys get to the temple, and you're greeted by yet another acolyte at the front.
Bring us to
Good
the
day,
lich.
gentlemen. Pardon?
A curse to break.
We don't handle curses here.
You
Acolyte.
gave it to me.
Oh,
Acolyte.
binding.
Yes. That.
Ah, yes. Let's bring you back to Sister Eve, and she walks you back there. Waves you in, and the old lady says, "Ha! Have you already come to pay? That was quick."
Which we have a note from Duke.
A note from the Duke. Whatever do you mean? Whatever do you mean? Yes, she was old.
Uncurse us.
I don't place curses. I placed a binding that you legally agreed to.
binding caused a whole lot of trouble.
Let me see this note you say you have.
Go ahead, give her the note.
She's looking at it. Huh. Oh. Oh dear. Special envoy of the Duke. Critical mission. Friend of Sudnal. Why didn't you mention these things?
I wasn't there yet.
Oh. Well, I suppose I could remove the binding. It says here that the crown will compensate me. It will take an hour.
Fine.
She
We
starts working her
apologize,
mojo.
sister.
What was that, Tancred?
We apologize for such an issue, sister.
Yeah, I got nothing from that, but that's okay.
I heard we are something for sister.
All right. So she works her mojo on you guys. As she's finishing, it's a late evening, looking at probably about 8-9 bells.
As we're leaving, I'm saying you really should stop this whole cursing business. It's no way to conduct yourself.
It's not a curse. It's a binding.
Tancred stays inside and tells Army.
Go ahead, brother. I must talk with sister.
Okay, be careful. She might curse you.
I hand her the 2 elephant flower and 1 bell blossom that we found, and tell her,
This is all we could find, sister. At least this might help.
That is very kind of you, good giant lizard man, sir. Is there anything I can do in exchange, since the crown is already compensating me for my work?
No, sister, this is for your time. May the Baba
Divines
protect
bless
you.
you, child.
now catches up with Angli.
Did she curse you? You're gone for a while.
No, brother. I just did my own issues.
Got it. Well, I'm glad that's all behind us. No more punching from here on out unless they really deserve it.
Alright. Chrono, it's 10 bells, and you start noticing a lot of people leaving. As they're leaving, you can tell they're dirty. They're covered in dust. Bits of rock chip in their hair and such.
I take note of that and continue watching intently.
Intently.
Just imagine you like just going from group as they're walking like back and forth in the street in your group for like hours.
I'm just like Tancred said, I'm Ezio Auditore up in this business.
Yeah.
It was high enough that the guards have not noticed you.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
So we walked back to where we left.
Okay. So you guys link back up with Chrono.
Mm-hmm.
Terrific.
Hey, do I look different?
You look like a half orc.
Okay, again with that, but no, I'm not cursed anymore.
Couldn't tell.
Like a brand new man.
I'm
Apples to apples.
Brother Chrono. Have you seen suspicious activities?
What?
What's the laydown? What's the lowdown? What happened before we were gone? Anything important?
Just people going in and out. Seems that they, for some reason, lose quite a bit of weight amongst them while they do so. And towards the end, yes, I am. Towards the end, it seems that they were covered in dust and rock. So my intuition says they're going in there and they're doing some work of sorts and then coming back out. But Interestingly enough, half-orcs are not common here, but there's a lot of them, which seems a bit odd. So I would say
They look a lot
probably
different.
well, you don't look human or half-elf, which is more typical in these parts. But perhaps we should go in and start taking a peek.
Got it.
Well, once it's time, that is.
Oh, okay. Well,
As you guys are
I'll look at
discussing, you see a very well dressed, very imperious looking man leave the home and start walking out, summoning several of his guards to him, and they jump in a carriage, and that carriage moses on down the street. After a few minutes, a runner approaches the guards and hands them a message. You see him wave several other guards over. They confer for a moment, and then they too seem to march off.
I think now would be an opportune time.
I agree. What are all these half-orcs that are going in wearing, or in and out wearing?
Noble's clothing.
Got it. So right now I'm wearing a rag or rags and a ear thing necklace. Is there any way we could try to find some clothing for me?
I don't think we're going to need it. The castle should be empty. Well, the mansion, whatever it is.
Got it.
Those guards leaving was the signal, I believe, from Captain. My brain died. The captain that he's working
Captain Joe?
with us. Yes, Captain Joe. That he is indicating it may be time to head in.
Sounds good. Do you just want to walk through the same door, or you want to try to, jump up to the second story?
I don't think jumping up would be inconspicuous. We should just make our way
Stupid.
through the service
Um,
entrance. Is Mortal Kombat about to start?
All right. Well, Tancred just walks up and just goes near to the door
I
where
Front-
everyone walks in.
All right.
not the front door.
So there are two doors. You have a front door, which is which you can see here, and
It's loading.
you have
My
a
eyes.
side door over in this direction.
I'm saying we should head towards the side door.
Walks to the side door.
Charlene decides to follow.
You say the side door is right here?
Yes.
Alright, I'm just gonna
Hold on.
check up for any traps and see if it's locked.
Why can't I see anyone?
Scroll all the way
Hold on, I
out.
might not have given you vision.
Okay.
Just scroll all the way out and then take a peek. You'll probably see it. It's in the far right corner of the map currently.
No, you have sight. You should be able to see.
Yeah, I can see.
Don't worry, I can just.
Oh, you can't see anybody else. I understand. Yeah, you're. Here. Let me do this and everything will make sense.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm still trying to get used to this dynamic lighting bit.
Oh, so I was blind.
No, there just isn't a light source outside the house.
Okay.
All right. So as you check the door, you find it is not locked, and you did not see any traps.
Alright, just gonna slip in and take a peek. Do I see anyone as I do so?
No. As you enter, you see an empty kitchen. It's full of foodstuffs. You can smell fresh baked bread coming out of the oven, or fresh baking bread coming out of the oven, probably for tomorrow morning's meal.
Okay. I signal to the group to head in and close the door behind them. And from my pocket, I pull out a sheet of paper and I say, all right, I think I can see where we are on this here lovely little map that I acquired. I think we need to head upstairs. It seems to be some interesting things there. At least that what I
Doors
can
be
see.
closed.
Thank you, Dragon Man. So I check this door to see if it's locked.
It is not.
All right, and I'm just gonna peek my head in. Again, checking to
You
see if there's
see-
people.
On the other side, you see no people, but you do see is looks like a very nice dining table. It is not set, but very clean. It has a couple of lit candelabra on it still.
Okay. I signal for the group that it's safe to enter.
And grabs like a piece of like the fresh bread with like something on the table as we're kind of snacking on it.
Brothers and sisters, are we not gonna check this trapdoor here?
I think we should check the rest of the building before we decide to go down.
That's a funny story behind.
Okay.
I check this door to see if it's locked.
Also not locked. On the other side of the door, you see a grand entryway. It's beautiful, quite ornate. Looks like stone imported from somewhere far away. It must be because it's so fine all over the floor. Nice handmade rug. A couple of very shiny statues flanking this doorway here, and exotic plants surround the room.
Okay. With no one being there, I signal to the group and I head up the stairs.
Is everyone going up the stairs with him?
Yup, there's no way out.
Alright, boom.
Ah!
Yeah, I'm stealing you guys. There's no better way to do this that I know of.
Oh.
Alright. So as you guys come up the stairs, you enter into a library. The library is dark. The only light coming in is from the windows. And you can see that it looks relatively unused, almost brand new. Just completely dust-free bookcases. Tons of books, but they don't look like they've seen any wear at all.
All right. I guess I'll head over here and. Oh, I say to the group, perhaps we should split up around here and see what we can find in this upper quarter. I doubt there's people here.
Jinkies, that sounds great.
All right.
Darlene is complaining about it being dark, so she is going to light a torch.
Please stay
Or
away
actually,
from windows.
she's going to light a candle
Okay.
so
well,
that it's not as easily seeable.
All right. Well, I have
Yeah.
dark vision, so I'm gonna make my way over here.
Tank
That's the
Press
lie.
is
I don't see any of the doors in here either.
Yeah,
I'm
there are doors here
and over here.
and here.
Alright, Aang's gonna go to the right side.
and Tancred also lights a torch.
Tancred lights a torch.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't light a torch.
Candle. Light a candle.
Yeah.
I'll check this door.
All right, as you light your torch, it lights everything up in the room.
And now investigate.
Chrono, that door is open. Tancred, you said you're doing what?
Investigate all these books one by one.
Oh Christ.
Okay, it'll take you several hours. So you get to looking.
I'll check this chest.
Aang's gonna check this door.
Okay, one thing at a time.
No.
The door that's open now? This door here?
This one right here.
There's nothing fancy about it.
Is it locked?
Nope, it should be open.
Oh, I didn't know it was open.
Yeah. All right, Chrono, you're checking this chest here.
Mm-hmm.
But are you just opening it and looking inside?
Yeah. What's inside?
All right. You failed to notice that there is a tripwire attached to it.
Mm.
Go ahead and roll a dex save for me. Okay. So you take 3 damage as the chest itself seems to freeze solid, freezing your hand to it. After a few moments, it begins to thaw. Inside, you find a couple changes of clothes, very, very fancy looking clothes. An old battered chest plate and helm. They're well maintained and shiny, but they've definitely seen combat. and it looks like a ceremonial sword.
All right, I'll just close the chest and move my way away from that since my hand is now very cold. And check. Is this a bookcase right here, or is that a dresser?
It's a wardrobe.
Um. I'll just go inside this door.
All right. Well, he's going inside. Tancred, are you doing anything, or are you still checking those books?
Still checking.
All right.
Brother, these are fascinating tales.
You're finding that there are actually a lot of duplicate copies of books, and nothing too fancy. It looks like they're all inexpensive books, but maybe he's just trying to fill his library since there's a lot of just copies. Angry, what are you up to?
Am I just looking at a hallway here?
Yes.
Down here. To
You
the hallway
see
ends.
doors this way, a large double door over here, a door that is currently open at the end of the hallway, and you hear shuffling from in there.
All right, I'm gonna go back and let them know that I hear some people up ahead this way.
You're pretty sure it's Chrono that you hear shuffling over here.
Got it. I'm gonna keep going this way then.
All right. Chrono, what are you up to?
I rolled a nat 20 investigation. I'm checking for items, switches, pushable areas that are inside this room.
So as you enter that room, you see that it's a latrine. There is a wash basin, a very fine porcelain hole in the ground. Little ridges for possibly for feet. There's a little bit of an unpleasant odor coming from inside that hole, but it looks like it is masked somewhat by some floral notes. On the shelf over here, you see a variety of bottles and unguents. And you also see a pole sitting here, maybe 4 feet long, with a small metal hook on the end.
Okay. I guess I'll take a deeper peek here at the toilet. Is there anything I notice?
You notice that there are some scratches on the inside of the rim itself.
I wonder if there's a hand in here. I want to grab that pole and fish around inside the ship bin.
Roll sleight of hand for me. The pole scratches off the walls and dips in a little bit to the poo water.
I'm gonna keep on swishing it around. I'm looking for something, kind of orienting it towards where the scratch marks seem to be most prevalent.
And so as you orient toward the scratch marks, it does catch on a little bit of a latch or hook or something.
I hold my nose and I pull.
As you do that, you notice a section of the wall here pops open.
Oh, interesting. I guess I'll investigate this room for items and such.
As you enter the room, you see that there is a potion station here. It looks like it has an assortment of different ingredients, some of them more noxious than others, and alchemical supplies. On this shelf, you see several bottles, potion jars, etc. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Jesus.
You're unable to identify any of the bottles.
Okay. I just kind of mosey my way out and I close the door on my way and I put the shit hook back and just kind of
All right.
move about.
Well, he's doing that. Aang, what are you up to?
Is that a chest right there?
It is a chest, yes. It looks like it has just recently been opened.
Was that the one that he opened?
It might be.
Yeah, did you open it?
So I kind of just do another quick scouting then. What's this big room over here is what I'm trying to figure out.
You see an ornate set of double doors. Aang, what are you saying?
Nothing.
Can I check this for traps since I froze my hand off last time?
Absolutely, you find none.
Alright, is it unlocked?
It is not. Tancred, what are you investigating?
Oh, was checking if it was locked.
There you go. Chrono, you are able to easily unlock. It opens into a room that looks almost like a trophy room. You can see that there are several different rare items around. You see a giant crystal, a horn of some sort, what looks like a small dragon's skull. It could be dragon or dragonborn, you're not entirely certain. A chest of coins of some sort, a model ballista, scaled down, but looks very well made. And then different, looks like heads of animals around the
This is a
be
room of
trophies.
death, and I leave immediately. Have they checked both these
Tancred
rooms?
I'm sorry, Aang, what was that?
Is this a hammer?
It is an axe. It looks like a war axe that is glowing slightly.
Hey, Tancred, you want an axe?
As I leave, I say, probably don't take things.
I need mace, brother.
We all need mace.
And
Brethren, you
Tancred,
want an axe?
Nope.
Tancred
Angry, do
investigates
you
this
want an
head.
axe?
Angry is more like the hands and fist thing, side of things. I'm just saying, that's
You're
real nice.
cutting out. I didn't hear anything you just said.
Nothing. Aang's more into the staff and hand and fist kind of out here. The axe
Okay.
isn't really interesting. Definitely see the thing that Aang would find interesting.
Got nothing, man. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Yeah, we
hear
can
me?
hear you.
I hear you like every fifth or sixth word, I think.
All right. How's it sound now?
All right.
Can Aang roll perception to see if there's anything in the room that he would find interesting?
What would Aang find interesting?
Staffs, fist.
Fist, or not fist, staff.
Literally fist. Just fist.
Maybe better clothing.
Oh my god.
You do notice there is an array of suits of armor with different hand weapons, all on the back here. The chest of some sort of coins. There's an Iron Maiden over here if you want to lock yourself in that.
Never mind. Aang's gonna leave.
Tancred, what are you
Tancred?
looking at?
I'm investigating if we can roll this ballista and use it.
It looks like a fully functional, albeit very small ballista. It looks pretty heavy, but you think you and a friend might be able to move it.
Alright.
Brothers, this may be helpful one day.
Got it. Cool.
You
we're
also
gonna-
notice it's not going to fit in a pocket.
We're gonna siege the place.
It's too little.
I'm still waiting to open these doors.
Let's keep looking for
Alright.
information.
Which one are you going through, Chrono?
Either. Doesn't matter.
They're both unlocked.
Okay. I'll just pop
and
in
as
here.
you open them, you see what look like guest rooms. They're comfortably decorated, but they look like they've never been used. The fireplaces are completely swept and empty. The bedspread is pulled taut. You could probably bounce a gold piece off it if you tried.
Oh god. I'm gonna check this chest for traps because last time I didn't, my hand was nearly frozen.
Roll investigation. It seems to
Uh-oh.
be a normal chest.
Alright, I'm just gonna try and open it then.
He's in the
It is
same-
empty.
God damn it! I close it and leave.
And you also find an empty chest.
Cool.
This room is horseshit.
This one's empty.
So that's all the rooms in
weird.
here, right?
You gotta find
Well,
information about who this guy is, right?
let's try downstairs. There was a hallway that we could go through. It doesn't seem to be much up here of interest.
I'm gonna recheck that main bedroom and see if like there's.
Go for it. I'm going downstairs. Hippity hop, jippity jop.
And gonna head back to that main bedroom just with a line rug in it to see if there's anything.
All right, Chrono, you're back downstairs.
I check this doorway first for traps.
Okay, give me just 1 second. Aang, what are you doing?
Checking this room with the lion in it and just seeing if there's anything, notes or letters or anything that would show who this guy is. Or what he's doing.
So with a cursory inspection, you see there's a wardrobe here, another empty shelf here. You see up here is a couple of bottles, looks like wine, and a small box. It looks like another small box over here with some candles, a mirror, a mantelpiece with a book, a little dagger, and another little candle.
Hey, Tanker, there's a book over there. You want to read it?
I am trying, brother.
What are you investigating, Tank?
Is it safe to read it?
Yes. It looks like a smut novel called the Lusty Barbarian Maid.
Got it. This is the yak room. I'm gonna check this box, see if it's rigged anything, which hopefully it's.
It seems to be a small chest, or small box, very secure, very strong, with a set of 4 dials on the front, each one numbered 1 through 0, with 1 through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. It has 0 through 9.
What should I roll to try to? I can hear like if the tumblers click
Strength.
on each one of those.
That would be sleight of hand.
Okay.
You don't hear any clicking. It sounds as if it's sliding on air. It's a very well made lock.
I'm gonna grab it and bring it back to. I'll just keep it with me.
Okay.
I know so pretty good at this
All
sort of thing.
Chrono. You said you're looking through the door there?
Yep.
Alright. As you pop open the door, you see this. Looks like a beautiful large ballroom complete with several musical instruments on a raised stage over here surrounding the padded benches. The floor is immaculately waxed. It doesn't look like anybody's even stepped on it.
I literally just 180 right out of there. And then
All
I'll
right,
take
Tancred,
a
what are you
peek
up
down
to?
here.
I'll try to lift the bed to see what's down there.
You listening to what?
Try to lift this double bed up so
Oh.
I can see what's in there.
You're
Oh,
lifting the bed. Got it.
Mhm.
Well, you see that there's some dust bunnies under there. It looks like maybe a stocking, but not much else.
Stocking. All right.
Last thing Aang's gonna do is just check this cupboard, and then he's gonna go back down.
When you open the wardrobe, you see it's full of capes of every style and arrangement: velvet, felt, silk, cotton, even a couple sackcloth ones. This man is very think Lando Calrissian, right? All the capes.
Wait 1 second. Aang doesn't find one that fancies him.
Doesn't find what?
Doesn't find one that fancies him.
That's unfortunate.
Alright, I'm going back downstairs.
Tancred goes back down as well.
All right.
I'm going through the
Stop
top
moving,
door
Aang.
here.
Thank you.
There you go. All right. Chrono, you're going through this door up north of you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You open it to see a room that has
Christ.
several closed doors across the wall there, and a couple of basins to your left. It smells faintly of potpourri.
I say, not again, and leave that room.
Chrono, I have a box. Can you break into it?
A box?
It's upstairs.
Why?
important. Might be important. Could be important.
Perhaps in a bit.
Alright.
I'm gonna try and get into this room while he's talking my ear off.
It is locked.
I'm gonna try and pick that shit. Probably not well.
Nope, the lock defeats you.
I feel defeated. I keep at it with persistence and anger.
Alright. The door opens for you.
My
Inside
anger
you see,
wins.
looks like a storage room. It's got some cobwebs, a little bit of dust all over everything, unlike the rest of the house. Directly in front of you here, you see what looks like a very large keg, a few small barrels, and a shelf, kind of an open front wardrobe that has looks like linens and stuff on it. All right, Tancred, you're running all over Hell and Creation. What are you doing?
I'm trying to. Oh wait, I'm just getting used to this house right now.
Okay. Aang, what are you doing?
Zorla, or hey, Chrono, did you already go through the
Yep.
store? Anything in there?
Musical instruments. But go for it. I'm gonna try and open this door. This way.
It is locked.
I'm gonna check it for traps.
Okay. You find no traps, although it does look like he has a piece of hair across the sill where it meets the door. A common trick to help you recognize if someone's entered into a room.
Alright, am I able to take that hair down?
Sure.
Okay, so I just take that, hold on to it, put it in my little secret component pouch pocket, and I'll replace it on my way out. Then I'm gonna pick that door.
Right. The door opens. Upon entering, you see what looks to be an office. There's an ornate desk here with some ledgers and tablets, some scrolls. Over here, you see a bust of a very imperious-looking man. Chrono is standing on top of a chest.
Sorry.
Over here is a pile of books. Or not Chrono, I'm sorry. Tancred is standing on top of the chest. A couple of chairs, a table, drinks, looks like wine. Flanking the wall over here, there are a pair of bookshelves with knickknacks and books, and a fireplace here. Above the fireplace is a large mirror with a neat silver frame. All right, Chrono.
Yep.
On the desk, you do find a couple of notes. Let me share this with. Are you going to share them with everybody?
Yep.
Okay, then I'll just do that.
Look what I found here!
I also trying to investigate the desk.
Right. You find the same notes that are popping into your journal right now. A couple scraps of trash that are wadded up and just kind of stuffed in one of the drawers. A calendar. Alright, so there should be 4 things that you guys just received.
Yep. Okay, so as I show those to everybody, I go over to that chest that was there and see if it's trapped or anything.
It is not.
Okay, and then I go to try and open it, see if it's locked.
It is not locked.
I just check inside.
And as you check inside of it, it is empty.
Shitty chest in this place. I close it and start investigating the room just for whatever might be around.
One thing I did forget to mention, there is a globe on a stand here. Someone was covering it, so I apologize. You find nothing in particular that really draws your attention, aside from, again, that mirror. It kind of feels strange. Your eyes are drawn to it repeatedly.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure.
Ugh.
You feel like there is a general, almost magical hum throughout everywhere around you. If you pay enough attention, it kind of vibrates, like down in your toes and your lower belly. You can just feel the hum of something going. Tancred, what were you investigating?
Oh, well, investigating books again.
Okay, you got to let me know. I can't track what you're investigating if you don't tell me, man. It's these ones look like they're books he actually reads. You see things about tactics, wars, historic battles, and like guides on how to be more regal, how to have manners and procedures. Court like royal court, not court of law.
Okay. Hmm.
Aang, what are you doing?
I'm reading the notes. Is the thing on the? Actually, Aang's not reading the notes. I'm not sure how to read. He knows how to read. Aang knows how to read. Is this thieves' camp, or I show this to Chrono about the little drawing that scraps? Do you make anything out of this?
Not particularly. Just seems like a thing. I start staring at the mirror. Do I notice anything as I stare?
No. You notice that looking back, that you see a reflection of the room.
Hmm. So I want to turn around and get a picture of the room, and then turn back to the mirror and see if I can spot differences.
It looks like a perfect reflection of the room.
Uncanny.
You think I'd leave everything the same? Come on.
No, of course not.
Tancred walks back to the second floor.
Okay, let me move you real quick.
I'm gonna investigate this suit of armor, see if there's anything movable.
The bust, it's just a solid stone bust of a man who you don't recognize.
Okay. What's this thing in the corner? Is this just like a blanket?
It's just a stack of books. It looks like he might have been reading them when he was sitting in this chair here.
Oh, okay. And this is the globe?
Yes.
I want to fuck with that globe.
Whoa.
Okay. As you're messing with it, you notice that it spins. It shows several continents that you're not familiar with. But you definitely see the land that, the continent that Sudnal is a part of.
Interesting.
All right. Tancred, you went back upstairs. What are you doing up there?
I am trying to walk back to the main room, if I can.
Okay, you're back in his bedroom. What are you doing there?
And check and investigate everything to see what this scraps weird symbols mean.
Are you talking about the symbols on the scrap you said?
Mm-hmm.
You've seen nothing similar. All right, Aang, are you up to anything?
Aang still is trying to make sense.
All right,
I feel like
Chrono. Oh, Aang, what's that?
I feel like it's a puzzle of some sort, and also he needs a meat.
I'm studying my blueprints again.
Aang, I'm not hearing anything from you, man. You said also, and then you cut out.
What time is it right now?
Right now you can tell it's still dark outside. You haven't been paying that much attention, but you think it might be around 2 bells.
Got it.
My blueprints show me that there is a room over here. Or wait, hold on. Can I open these doors again? Or is it? Have we gone in this room?
Jarlene kicks this room here?
Yeah.
No, but I've been forgetting to play Jarlene. Jarlene walks up and plays with the handle, notices it's locked, so she kicks the door down.
Oh, okay.
Because it's very Jarlene.
As Jarlene does.
But she does not kick hard enough. The door just kind of rattles.
I'm gonna just try and pick it after she does that.
You are very easily able to get in.
See? Nice
let me
things.
Open the door.
I don't know how I missed this room.
Upon entering, you guys see it looks like a game room or a lounge. There's a table that's set up to play cards here. It looks like whoever was playing kind of stopped in the middle of the game. Maybe they mean to come back to it. Over here, there's a bar with various drinks upon it. There's a trophy head over here for a couple of tables and a kind of smoking chair. And it looks like a billiards table here. Over here is a fireplace that looks well used.
As I look at my blueprint and I'm staring at the fireplace, I notice that every other fireplace is noted except for this one. So I guess I'm gonna crawl around and see if there's something to do with this fireplace and why it's the only dirty one.
You can tell it's dirty because it's got soot in it. It looks like this room is actually used, unlike a lot of the other rooms.
Does it look? Is this like a super big fireplace, small fireplace?
Average size. It fills the room nicely. It looks like it would provide adequate light and heat for the room.
I'm gonna start. I want to investigate the fireplace, like all of its exterior, to see if there's like a button or a push or a give somewhere.
All right, roll investigation. You're gonna spend a little while looking at it, and I'll let you know what you find here in a second. Aang, what are you doing?
I'm just wandering around trying to see if there's a code anywhere for that box I picked up.
Roll investigation.
Number.
You don't notice anything special, except for that mirror. That mirror keeps drawing your attention. You feel almost pulled to it.
Where's the mirror?
Yeah, the mirror over the fireplace here.
Got it.
Tancred, what are you up to? Tancred?
Use a mirror in the main bedroom and check if put a scrap next to the mirror. See if that's help.
You see an exact reflection of the item you're holding up in the mirror.
Can I try to take the mirror off the wall?
You can. It comes off easily.
Then behind it.
There's a wall behind it. Doesn't look out of the ordinary.
Brothers.
All right, Chrono. The fireplace. You don't see anything out of the ordinary that you're able to notice on the mantle. The fireplace itself. It looks like there might be some weird lines etched into the fireplace in the shape of maybe what could be a panel, or it might just be a trick of the masonry.
Okay, I guess I'll start just investigating the room, seeing what I can find, and seeing if anything moves like it's not supposed to. Because my blueprints say there's something here, but it doesn't say there's a fireplace.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you're looking at?
I'll check out the table first here to see if like throwing any balls in the pockets. This is a billiards table, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so just throwing balls in the pockets to see if that triggers anything.
All right. You clink balls for a little while.
Clank, clank,
And
clank.
Tancred, what are you doing now?
Is it where I am is a trophy room, right?
Correct.
Alright, time to investigate stuff here.
What are you investigating?
This crystal looking thingy and the horn.
It looks like a very large purplish crystal. It glows very slightly from some light that's ostensibly coming from within it. It looks like it could be valuable and rare.
Try to check if there's any magic in it.
You don't detect any.
Alright, time to go back to the first floor.
Do you see anything with the fireplace? Or anything unique about the fireplace?
Nope, trying to figure
Alright,
out why my
Tancred,
blueprints
you're
say
back
one
down
thing.
on the
it have to do with the? It looks like there's some sort of diagram on the scrap of paper. Does it have anything to do with it?
No idea. All I know is that this fireplace is not on the blueprints that I have.
By clinking around the billiards, you find it just you entertain yourself for a few minutes.
Damn it. I'm gonna go over and check the sticks.
All right, the pool cues, they look to be well made out of a variety of different woods and weights. Very nice tips. They're balanced well.
Okay.
I compare the diagrams on the scraps of paper to whatever was on the fireplace.
So everything in this room looks well used, you said, right?
Yes.
Is there anything in the room that does not look well used?
Well, I mean, not particularly. And I guess there is a hog's head on the wall. I don't know how people would use that. There's a stuffed hog's head. Other than that, though, the room looks pretty well used, as if the owner and maybe some of his buddies like to chill out in here.
Okay. I just grab all the pool cues and pull them.
You have a handful of pool cues.
I win!
Pool cues.
Um,
Like I said, Jordan, you think I would keep everything?
No, I'm just grabbing shit.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Earlier, didn't you say there was like a diagram or something on the fireplace?
It's weird markings.
No. So when he was crawling in the fireplace, it looked like there was on the back wall kind of some weird etch that made it look almost like there could be a panel that moved, or it could just be a weird mistake with the masonry.
That is totally not what I thought you said.
Got it.
I thought you said it on the outside. I take the pool cue and I poke that thing inside there.
You end up pushing against some rock with a pool cue.
Okay. Can I fiddle around with the fireplace to see if there's any latches just like the shit pot?
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation again.
Fuck.
You find no latches, switches, buttons, or holes.
I put the cue sticks back.
Tancred, I haven't heard from you in a while.
I'm checking this door right now, and
Okay, let me get over the lighting again. As you enter, you see a beautiful ballroom, well waxed and clean floors. Looks like they've probably never been used. Benches lining the walls all the way around. Up here, you see a stage with several musical instruments upon it. All right, Aang, what are you up to?
Compare the drawing on the back of the scrap of paper to what the back of the fireplace looks like.
The back of the fireplace looks like it's made of stone and has some soot on it, with like maybe a panel cut that could move. There's no etchings.
Got it. Sure.
I try and move the hog's head around to see if it does anything.
The hog's head doesn't move. Roll investigation.
Shit.
The hog's head doesn't move, but you do notice something strange about the mouth.
I guess I'll take a closer peek at the mouth.
Great, go ahead and roll investigation again for me. Roll a little bit higher. Beautiful. So, you notice that there is a tooth that is a little bit brighter, a little bit like whiter than the others.
I try to wiggle it like I'm a dentist.
As you dentistly, it does feel like it's loose.
I pull it.
You hear a click from around the room as the tooth comes loose from the boar's head. You hear a click from behind you.
And then I scamper over like a squirrel to the fireplace to see if something happened.
Well, if it'll work with me. The panel is loose.
Ooh. I look inside and what do I find in this iron chest here? Or is it trapped?
Go ahead and roll investigation. You notice that it definitely does have some kind of wire connecting the lid to the base on the side of it.
I want to try and disarm that because I don't want to die.
Sleight of hand. All right, you're able to cut the wire without anything bad happening.
Okay, and I'll just open it and take a peek inside.
Inside, you find a variety of coins, another set of armor. This armor is super shiny, beautiful. Looks like it's brand new, and a scabbard that is empty.
I'll just close it back up and then take a peek at whatever the hell this sword is, I guess.
It is a radiant sword of some sort. It looks like the hilt itself, the crossguard, seems to glow. The blade is of the most immaculate steel you've ever seen. It looks like it's honed to the sharp edge. You could probably shave with.
Okay. I kind of just look around, see if there's anything else that's noticeable within here.
Nothing else that draws your attention.
Okay, so I just go put the boar's tooth back in then, I guess.
Okay. Tancred, what are you up to?
I'm investigating this gap between here.
Well, I'm trying to find you.
I am trying to click myself. There.
Dang. Oh, there's Tancred. Okay. What gap are you trying to find?
Try to investigate this gap right here.
There's a gap. There is no gap here. It's a solid wall.
Okay. Then investigate this wall. There's nothing in it.
This wall here,
Yep.
it's just a wall. It just looks like the benches ended here, and these benches picked up here.
Interesting.
I guess I'll go
All
ahead
right.
and roll Arcana on that mirror and see why I'm so fascinated with it.
You're unable to identify why. It's just you just feel compelled to look into the mirror.
I look at the mirror.
All right. Are you still holding it, or is it back on the wall?
It's on the wall again.
What direction are you facing?
Towards the mirror, so I guess.
So you're facing this way? Okay. So as you do, roll perception.
No, he's a perceptive lad.
You see, you see kind of a shimmer, almost in the shape of a figure. It's very difficult to see. It's almost as if it's just at the peripheral of your vision. But in the mirror, you see this shimmer approach the chest, and you see the chest pop open and then close, and the shimmer disappears.
The chest pop open behind me, actually.
You see it happen in the mirror, but you don't hear any.
Do I see this since I'm in the room?
No.
I
Well,
tell them what I saw. Then I said I saw in the mirror someone open the chest.
What? There was nothing in there. I checked.
I saw a shimmer. Try open it right now.
I'm gonna check it for traps again, since evidently some magical creature's doing things.
no traps.
All right, and then I'll try and open it.
Keep looking in the mirror as he opens it.
You open it, and there's nothing in there.
I see nothing.
I see anything through the mirror.
You're not able to see into the chest from there.
Why don't you bring the mirror
Just
over
the
here
angle.
like you had before?
I bring the mirror over there and shine it into the chest, or point it into the chest.
Okay. As you angle it so you can look into the mirror and into the chest, you see several items reflection of the chest. You see, it looks like a couple of potions, a coin purse, a key, and a couple of notes.
Take the notes and one of the potions.
I'll take the
Alright,
coin
as you reach
purse
into
and the
the
key.
chest, you feel nothing.
I try to reach into the mirror.
Okay. And you said you're grabbing what?
Potion and the notes.
All right. You find a potion that's a crimson red color. And what else did you take?
The notes.
The notes.
Terrific.
Can I reach in?
You
What
find-
sorcery is this?
What are you grabbing, Chrono?
I want to grab that gold pouch and the key.
All right, you grab a key and you grab a coin purse. Taking a quick look inside, it looks like it has about 35 gold in it.
Awesome.
Chrono, or not Chrono, I apologize. Are you gonna share all the notes you found, Angry, or are you just holding on to them? You what?
I'll share them.
All right. You find 2 notes, and they are in your.
Okay. I don't see them yet.
I don't see the notes.
Everything's lagging. Don't worry. One day.
Your mom is lagging.
That's because I said you guys could edit them, but I didn't say you could see them. That's the problem.
RLT.
There you go. You should have the 2 notes.
A passageway.
Rugalio.
Yes, you recognize that name as the guy who owns the house.
Dianora. Isn't that the Duke's wife?
No, that's just Nora.
Oh.
I forgot. This E dude is
Eddie.
Sounds like Ed. Simple Ed.
Aaron E. Lesser.
Okay.
Point
that mirror around. Do you see anything else in the room? Are we able to see anything?
Move the mirror around.
You just see a reflection of the room.
What about on this little stone thing or on stack of books, the globe on his desk?
It just looks like the reflection of what you already saw.
Okay. Interesting.
Was that potion I grabbed as a health potion, or am I able to?
Don't cast. Roll a perception check. Or an investigation check, that'll make more sense. You are able to discern that it is a potion very similar to potions of healing that you've had in the past.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back into that music room, and I want to look at the piano, investigate it a little bit, see if anything sticks
Okay.
out similar to kind of how that boar's tooth did.
It looks like a beautiful brand new piano. The keys are completely immaculate and all look identical to each other, as keys go.
I open the top to see if there's anything specific. Altered.
It looks like the inside of a piano.
I'll investigate the other instruments as well.
Okay. As you're investigating, Tancred, what are you asking?
Oh no, I was just putting my own notes down.
Got it. Jordan, you find nothing the only thing you find interesting about the instruments is that they all look brand new and top of the line.
Weird.
Aang, what are you doing?
I'm heading back towards the cellar or whatever you want to call it, the trap door.
I'm gonna head back upstairs for a moment.
Okay.
I should go back upstairs with him because I still have that box.
Okay.
Box.
So Chrono and Aang are going upstairs. Tancred, what are you doing?
Show me your
investigating this
box.
I'm sorry, Tancred, one more time.
I'm investigating this trapdoor.
It looks like a trapdoor.
Any traps?
I give one of the box.
Hold on, guys. Tancred, one more time.
Any traps?
No, not that you find.
Alright, gonna try to slowly pick into it.
All right. And as you open it, you see. Go ahead and scroll down.
You see a demon?
Heresy?
Heresy,
Do you see your character token?
Yep, I see it.
Terrific. That's what you see right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Alright.
Tancred, Aang, what are you guys doing?
Giving him the box. To try to
Where's the
break into.
box?
What's in the box?
Brought it with me, so I had just handed it. to you.
Oh,
Just
okay.
a little bit.
Ew.
As you move the 4 tumblers, nothing really happens.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
As you move the 4 tumblers, nothing really happens.
I just keep on working at it.
I'm gonna
As
go
you
back.
move the 4 tumblers, you can't seem to figure out the right combination.
I'm gonna try and go back to that room where I found it and see if there's a note or anything.
Yeah, wait, where did you find it?
Here, right here.
I don't know where here is.
He's in the master bedroom.
Oh.
Trying to paint.
All right. While they're looking around, Tancred, what are you up to?
I'm investigating this area.
It looks like a cellar. You see, a wine rack here, some kegs, and different stacks of barrels, sacks of foodstuffs. You saw as you were moving through a shelf with some loose items on it.
Hmm.
I was rolling
Try-
investigation to see if I find the code anywhere on the desk.
You find nothing that indicates it might be a.
Damn it.
I look around, seeing if I can find any items in here that I didn't find before.
Only things you haven't explicitly checked out are a small box here, a couple of bottles here, the Shays Lounge.
I'm gonna check here then for those boxes, I suppose.
All right. The box opens easily, and inside you find a couple of pieces of inexpensive jewelry.
Let's close the box. Did we check the wardrobe?
Yeah, there's a bunch of capes and
Ah, so he's a cape wearer. Okay.
He's a cape guy.
Let me just look over these notes momentarily. With the tumbler, is it just like letters, numbers, or I have to push in a certain sequence?
Four dials, or 4 tumblers, each numbered 0 through 9.
Hmm. Let's see. And you found it in this room?
I found it right on the desk I'm in front of.
All right. While they're doing that, Tancred, what are you up to?
I am investigating this barrel and boxes that's out of place.
You're investigating the barrel and what? I'm sorry, something else popped up.
And the box that's out of shape, out of space.
The barrel itself seems to be full of just random vegetables.
How about these boxes?
Roll investigation.
All right.
It looks like they're full of just grains.
All right. Time to investigate all the walls then.
Where's Jarlene?
Jarlene is down in the basement with Tank.
Let's bring this to Jarlene and see if she can open it.
You can try Jimmy with a knife right here. Or do you want to just try to break it?
I mean, doesn't seem like we have the secret note that we need or anything to figure out what the numbers are. Have you tried 1, 2, 3, 4?
Oh, I haven't.
It's like the code some idiot would put on his luggage.
So I try 1, 2, 3, 4 on the tumbler.
It does not unlock.
I try 1, 1, 1, 1.
It does not unlock.
I try 0, 0, 0, 0.
It does not unlock.
I say I'm out of ideas.
I'm gonna try Jimmy to open with this.
I don't think that worked last time.
You're gonna try and jimmy it open. You're unable to do so. It seems to be extremely resilient.
What a mystery.
Mysteries indeed.
Well, Aang got bored of that. He's going down the oh well, not opening.
Well, are you leaving the box?
Yeah, if you want it.
I'll
you have
I'll
to,
take the
if not,
box for now. I'll bring it down to Jarlene.
I'm going down to the rest of them.
To the basement?
Hmm.
Chrono, are you going there too?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Before I do, I reset the hair on the office.
Okay. All right. Tancred, what are you doing over there?
I am still investigating walls.
So I walk up to where I can see there's a thing in the blueprint, and I just put my hands over it and kind of feel around.
It feels like stone.
Okay. Don't find anything of particularness here.
Roll investigation. The area you're indicating feels like stone. You do notice a couple of weird impressions, one flanking each here and here.
I check the impressions.
As you push on where the impressions are, you can feel them kind of give away. And as they do, they slide and you see a keyhole.
I pull
Get a
out
key.
the one key that I have and I say, I think we need another. And I check with Jarlene to see if she can bust open the box or if she knows a way to get the box open. Here you go, Jarlene.
Charlene looks at the box and says, I think you need a code.
Is the code hammer time?
I don't know how you do hammer time with I can't do his voice, all right? Leave me alone. I don't know how you do hammer time with 4 numbers.
I asked Jarlene if she can break it open.
I'll try. She fuddles and fusses with it and cranks on it, and nothing seems to happen. She'd probably hit it with her hammer. She takes out her hammer and tries to hit it, and gently dents one corner, but that's it. It seems like it's reinforced. You can't tell if it's with metal or magic, but
Brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
what year is it today?
742.
And what's today's date, brother?
I don't know.
No.
Do you know what's today's date?
some of you guys got notes yesterday, or the
Oh,
day
yeah.
before yesterday.
It is the 12th of dawn, 742.
Wait, what? 12th of Star?
12th of dawn, 742.
So that's today's date, brother.
Huh?
Is that today's date, brother, or
Yes.
oh,
Today
you guys
is the
do have
12th
a
of
note.
dawn.
You guys did find a note that looked like it was freshly made that is dated 14 dawn, and that's actually today's date.
What the fuck? Well, you're a liar, sir.
If you have a note that says 12 dawn, that was 2 days ago, remember?
No.
We are stuck at times, okay?
Well, I'm just befuddled.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So there's
That hole in the
nothing
wall
in this
needs 2
basement.
keys.
There's
Well,
2 holes in the wall.
I have a key, but I do not have another key. I'm assuming there may be a key in this box, which we can't open.
Charlene looks at Tancred, who was just talking about dates, and says, "Huh. Seems like dates have 4 numbers."
Okay, I'll try
but they
14.
don't.
Can I try 14, 13?
It doesn't do anything.
I try
4742.
What's that?
Next,
Can I
never
try
mind, hold on.
14, 12?
1412 does not open it.
Is
Oh.
What month is Apex? Is that the 6th month or the 5th?
Guys, I think we lost Henri.
He'll be back.
Apex is the 5th month.
Can I try
Harvest.
0502?
It does not open. Welcome back.
Hey, what's the month of Dawn?
Dawn?
4.
Yeah. 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes.
Okay, so then what is the month of the Dark? I don't know how to say that. Da?
Ba?
Yeah, Da? Yeah, Da.
Nadir?
If you counter... Nadir is 3.
Yeah, Dawn is 4, Apex is 5, and then this bottom ones, the middle bottom one, the TH whatever.
Can I try 0307?
0307 does not open it.
0318?
Does not open it.
0324?
Does not open it.
0325?
Does not open it.
0422?
Does not open it.
0425?
Does not open it.
And 0512 didn't. How about 0519?
Does not open it.
0602?
Does not open it.
0606?
Does not open it.
0201?
Does not open it.
0212?
I don't even know where you're pulling all these numbers out of. Does not open it.
From the fucking scrap paper.
Brother, only the letter came from 24th, which is, I believe, future.
No, thaw is in the past.
Or you said 742.
Yes.
Reading on 742.
We are in 742. Thaw is before dawn.
Oh, I'm sorry. That should be 24 Thaw 741. I apologize.
Okay.
I just
I
try
messed that up.
literally all the dates that are on every single one of the notes and combinations on the Tumblr.
Tumblr.
Only a few thousand possibilities.
No, I'm just trying the dates that are on the notes and the scraps.
What's the format that you're using?
Whatever the date format is, that would be common within this area.
So you're going to completely say I'm not doing the puzzle?
I'm doing the puzzle. I was throwing you numbers and you're like, I don't even know where the fuck you're getting these.
Brother, have you tried 5742 yet?
No. I put in 5742.
No.
Nice try, Dragon. Nice try.
Tancred, you really feel like you were on the right course there until you said 5.
How about 6742?
Tinker, can you pray to your god to try to get us an answer?
I try all the combinations with 742. So 1742, 2742, 3742. I try all of those. 0 through 9.
I'm sorry, my sound cut out. It just came back. What were you saying?
I'm going to put 742 on the last 3, and then I'm going to try the 0 through 9 on the first one, checking each one.
Nothing happens.
This is some bullshit. It's the castle of lies.
I really did not think this would be that hard.
Evidently
like,
it
Tancred
is.
said 4 times what needs to be done.
Okay, I handed over the fucking Tancred.
Okay, hold on. I mean, we can just try out everything in here, which is
I tried that. He told me to fuck off.
8741. Can be one.
No, you were going the right direction, Tancred, before you started going with the years.
I tried the months
Oh,
as well. I tried the months and the days.
oh, wait, hold on. I'm almost.
0512, 1205. Is Thos 8?
Pause 8.
2408.
There you go. It pops right open.
Jesus fucking Christ. Is
So
there a
it's
key in
great.
there?
When you open it, you do find a key, and you find another note.
Jesus
Oh, no,
Christ. Why are there
Just
so
fine.
many fucking notes?
You just find a key. Sorry.
Okay.
And a ring. It looks like an engagement ring.
Okay. I pocket the ring without anyone noticing it. And I grab the fucking key and I throw it at Angry and I say, put it in the fucking door. And I insert the other key. And then I say, turn on 3. 1, 2, 3. Click.
And you hear a grumble of like gears in the distance as the door starts to slide into the ground, or as the wall section starts to slide into the ground.
Jesus
Beyond it,
Christ.
the a hallway that's 20 feet long and 5 feet wide. Here at the end, you see looks like a door, but a door without a handle, a door without any hinges. It just looks like a door carved into stone. And all over the door are runic inscriptions.
Yeah, time for Arcana check.
And it looks like this now in your journals.
Oh, yay.
Oh yeah. Who can read this?
None of us?
Speak friend and enter.
No, it's not Lord of the Rings.
You say friend and nothing happens.
Oh.
Brothers, symbols from scratch.
Symbols from scratch. Sounds like a meal.
There's symbols on the note. Probably some sort of
Yes.
key.
And
The scrap front, there's
you look awfully similar, brothers.
What?
I don't know. Okay. Something to do with scrap front, or the front piece of scrap. Upper left square.
Cat?
Who-
This cat.
Tancred, are you dying?
Oh. Man, math is easier than this.
Hmm.
is there 27 letters in the
No.
alphabet? 20, 27 alphabet is fucking. I cannot speak English today.
It's okay. I can't speak English most days, so you're doing better than me.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, wait, hold on. Nope, nope. I fucked up.
Nope. Nope. What was that in?
I'm just talking. Oh.
Couldn't we just destroy this gate open?
Probably not. All who would enter must call her by name. Is that what it is? I can't tell. Brandon's frozen.
No, I'm not frozen.
Oh, you just said fuck me? Okay, word.
It seems like that might match the inscription.
Okay.
I say, "Aang."
Nothing happens.
I say master.
As you do, the door pops open. I said pops open. There you go.
Shabayo!
All right. Upon entering, you guys see a desk here, cluttered and covered in just random drawings and scribblings, almost of a madman. A couple of notes, some random scraps. Here you see what looks like a glowing crystal ball of sorts. It's dark blue and looks cloudy on the inside, sitting on a pillar. Around it on the floor is a glowing inscription of a symbol that you can't tell exactly what it is, but it feels radiant and you can see light glowing from it. Here you see 3 pillars, each with a tiara, and over here you see a gate that has been hastily thrown on the wall.
Does Tancred know what that drawing is on ground?
Roll an Arcana check.
Arcana, okay.
Your insight works, yeah. So you're able to recognize it as a power inscription. It's like almost like a summoning circle of sorts. It's able to amplify the natural magics of an area to power a thing. Your Arcana shows you that it is definitely channeling magic, and the focal point is that crystal ball.
Is there a way to find out if it's good or evil?
Do you have detect good or evil?
Nope, dang it. I should cut them.
I'm gonna rifle through that desk.
Aang's gonna touch the ball.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Have you never watched Lord of the Rings?
Go ahead.
Wait, no!
What?
Ang,
Said-
roll a constitution check.
Constitution.
Mhm.
Brother.
Other.
No!
Jesus Christ.
Nothing happened.
Cool, guys. See, it's fine.
Jordan, Chrono. As you're rifling through, you do find something that might be pertinent to you. The rest of it looks like journaling, rantings, ravings, and a journal that literally says "Master, Master, 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 Master," written hundreds, if not thousands, of times.
Not weird. Okay. Is the one that you just put in there, is that the one?
Yeah, the letter to Captain would be the
Okay.
one that you just found.
Is this the something door or is this a decoration here?
This is a gate.
Brother, could you open this for us?
I can try. Is it locked?
It is not.
I open the door and step
Oh.
back.
On the other side of the gate, good job. Thank you for helping, Chrono. On the other side, you see a rough-hewn tunnel. It's like it's braced up very shoddily with some beams. There's dust all over the floor. You can tell it's been recently built.
I think this would explain the dust and rock.
I'll say.
I believe this is
I
a
have the orb,
passage.
right? I was holding it.
Yeah, are you holding it?
So yeah, I grabbed it. So
Great. You are holding the orb.
cool.
Yeah. Well, you just hold on to that.
I'm gonna keep holding on to this orb.
Brother, don't drop that.
I'm gonna drop it.
Brothers, I believe this is the passage the letter was talking about.
Likely.
So, check it out.
Okay. As you start to move through it, it goes back several hundred meters and abruptly ends. Where it ends, it looks like there are tools, digging tools, and strangely, a couple kegs, small kegs that have some sort of powder in them.
Is this powder explosive powder?
Probably.
You have no idea.
Apparently.
It smells sulfurous and slightly of saltpeter.
That sounds like black powder. Okay.
I perceive where we're at, where in the city we're at, like beneath, above us, like if how far we walk compared to like where the building was.
Roll a wisdom check.
Some kind of-
What time is it currently?
You're not able to hear anything from down here, but your best guess is about 3 bells. And based on your navigation skills and your familiarity with the map, you think you're somewhere under Castle Deck.
Going exploring into the castle, folks.
Um,
Run
well,
about the castle.
you all are in the tunnel. Can I fleece the tiaras? Checking them for traps each time?
Sure.
Oh wait, no, that'd be investigation, wouldn't it?
Yes. Right. You find no traps.
Cool. I'm just gonna stick those all in my pocket. By pocket, I mean my backpack.
Okay.
I have water on me. I'm gonna douse the powder in water.
Sounds terrific.
Oh no.
It turns into a kind of sludge.
I have enough water to douse all the powder.
You have enough water to douse some of the powder.
We on the rest of the powder.
I take a wee wee.
Interesting.
That might
As
make
you
it more explosive.
Out.
Whiz on the powder, you feel inspired to do something better in the future.
Well, is the powder all wetted out?
It's all wetted out.
Okay.
Good job, little man.
Sorry guys, I just peed on the powder back there.
Perhaps we should get out of here. I have a feeling the guards will be back soon.
Good idea. Let's go to the castle.
I'll follow behind you, brothers.
You all go ahead. I'll close the things as we come through.
Hippity hop.
Pretty hoppity. I still have the orb. I took the orb. I'm taking the orb with me.
That's fine. I close the door. Do I have to say master to have it lock?
No.
Okay. And as I head out, I turn both the keys and then retrieve them.
Okay.
And I'll put one key back in the tumbler and reset it. And head back up this way. And
We
then,
set everything into how we found it.
yeah. Before we fully exit, I disengage the hair trap, and I'll.
Your trap.
That's what it is.
I love it. No, perfect.
And I'll put this back in using the mirror. I'll put the key back into the chest,
Okay.
and then I'll go toss the tumbler back in the thing where Aang showed me he got it, and I'll re-engage the hair trap on my way out, and then we'll head out towards this area.
All right. As you guys are leaving, the home, uh, it starts to drizzle outside. A little bit of rain falling from the sky.
One thing, can I take just like a cloth or something and wrap it around the orb?
Sure.
It's like, so I'm not carrying it in plain sight.
Not carrying a giant mystical-looking orb.
Of course you can.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
We're just normal folk.
So as you guys head outside, it starts to rain. A gentle, mild rain. It's kind of refreshing after having been trapped in that stuffy basement for so long. The further you get from the house, the less you feel that weird pulsing buzz that was moving through your entire body. You notice as you hit the end of the street, the carriage pulls back up, and the well-dressed, imperious-looking man walks into the house. You guys got out just in the nick of time.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Away.
So right now it's 3 bells, right?
About 4 bells.
4 bells. Okay. So I suggest.
Tolling right now.
What's that?
You hear 4 bells tolling right now.
All right. I suggest that perhaps we lay low just for a few hours, and then we go to Castle Udek and speak with the Duke.
And I understand, brothers.
What'd you say to me?
Which
I
you said?
see you. 9 bell, brother.
Nine bell?
Yes.
Oh.
Brother.
Okay. Sure. On our way back, I slip over to Hot Cross Buns and I leave a note somewhere. You know what I'm talking about.
Do.
And then I guess we'll enter Sandman because that's closest to the castle. And I'll pay the innkeep. What is it? 3 gold?
No. It's 2 silver a pop, so that's gonna be 6 silver because Jarlene already has a room.
Okay, so I'll pay the 6 silver for everybody, and we'll hide out until whatever bells.
All right. As you guys are resting, when you come awake, you feel stronger, more invigorated, almost as if you leveled up, if that were such a thing.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, dang it. It's time to do this again.
It's not that hard, I swear.
Let's do it after this action's all over.
Well, actually,
After, but
probably the best place to call it. Well, not necessarily. There's some more stuff we can do in the next 15 minutes.
Ooh, baby.
Depends on what you guys want to do. Do you want to work on leveling now, or do you want to...
I mean, if it's not relevant to the next 15 minutes, I can just do it later.
Okay. Depending on what you guys choose to do, it may or may not be relevant in the next 15 minutes, but you guys will have a decision where you can stop.
I was just going to go talk to the people in the castle.
Okay.
Bring the orb.
All right. So it's currently 9 bells, or we'll call it 7 bells in the morning. So Auntie.
So just checking. Fucking A. half the time this thing works with fucking leveling up your character. It's just for the HP, it's just whatever the
Just
max is, right?
Yeah. So take the hit die and add your Constitution.
3d8.
All right, Tancred, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
3d8 plus 2.
Okay.
That seems a little strong.
I mean, we once got hit by something stronger than this before, so don't worry.
Would I do that?
So what's your hit die? A D8?
3d8 is what it says for hit dice.
Right. So you get one. So that means that's your total number of hit dice.
Gotcha.
So you get one hit dice per level.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So what the actual hit dice do is when you're taking a short rest, you can choose to get as much. You can choose to take one hit dice, roll it, and get that much health back. And then you can choose to use another. So you can use up to 3 hit dice to regain health between long rests. I let you guys take the max, so really you just get for you 8 hit points back every short rest, or you can do 16 or 24.
I'll look it. Cool. I have more health now. Yay. Okay. So are we heading over to Castle Chronak in that case?
Anybody else have anything they want to do?
Oh, I just go to the cast.
I'm just here for the castle.
Alright, I guess I have to head in there as well.
Oh yeah, we gotta go talk to the Duke.
All right. As you guys approach the castle, the light drizzle outside seems to have cleared up. It's a beautiful morning. You hear birds chirping in the distance.
Sorry, that was stuff.
Yeah, like I said, take max. You don't have to roll.
Yeah.
Okay. The sun is just rising up in the north and filling the town with a light mist from the rain. As you approach the gates, the guards look like they're very uncomfortable, as if they've been standing guard duty in the rain, and they're covered in dew. And they say, "Halt! What do you want?"
I said we have an orb. Show them.
An orb? What mischief do you speak of? An orb? Why do I care about an orb?
The Duke is expecting us.
Let me check my list. Who are you?
I am Chrono, this is Angry, and this is Tancred, and Jarlene is also with us.
Says here you are on the list for tomorrow. I'm sorry, I can't admit you.
I think you might want to go get the captain in that case. This is kind of important.
Why? What's so important that I must disturb Captain Joe? He had a long night.
He'll understand, but it's above your pay grade.
Huh. Who does this guy think he is talking to me like that? Get out of here.
Nope.
He just stares at you impassively.
Is Jarlene here with us?
Yeah. Jarlene will aggressively suggest, listen, if you don't kick Joe, I'm going to have to cause some problems. Let's see.
Sounds about right.
Natural 20 on the intimidation. So,
Oh shit! The turtle!
so the guard goes, oh, hey, no, ma'am, we don't want problems. I'll go get Joe.
Man, my ma'am.
Man, he's not quite sure. All turtles look the same to him.
Oh, okay.
So he runs and grabs Joe, and Joe comes out and says, you guys, have you done what I asked?
Yep.
Yes.
You come with me.
As we walk by, I just eyeball the guard and say, "Told you so."
He looks shamed. He's been chastened. Leads you guys into a side room. He's like, "All right, what'd you guys find out?"
Lots. Show 'em what you got.
Found this. I beat on some powder.
All the letters.
Yeah. So prior to this, we've I should have said this, so maybe you'll tell me no. Made copies of the letters so that I had them in my notebook or something, my own.
So you wrote down the letters so you'd have your own copies?
Well, yes, I've been writing down all the info as part of
Sure.
my
That's fine.
side thing, So I show Captain Joe all the letters that we gathered.
All right, so you're handing over the originals to him, but you're keeping your own copied notes.
Yes.
Terrific. All right, he looks through this. He says, "This is truly disturbing." Let me wait here. Let me go grab. Shoot, just wait here. And he takes
Alright.
off. A couple moments, a few minutes, and you see. Oh, it's not gonna let me share it, is it?
I don't know.
Of course not. All right, I will share it instead. Bear with me a second.
I can't.
You can't bear with me.
I won't. I shan't.
Just die waiting out of excitement.
I shan't.
Shan't. All right. Of course not. Why would you do it? There we go. You see in Discord, you see this woman walk in. This is Duchess Udek, the lady who walked out the other day. She was looking very frightened. I just ran into Joe. He told me what you brought back from that. What was his name? That man's home.
Rugalio.
Yes, he wants to go to Ed, but we can't. We can't tell anybody. I'm so worried. I only have a moment till they find me. The spies everywhere. Can you meet me tonight?
Am I able to perceive? Does it feel authentic? Can I tell she's lying or anything?
Go ahead and roll perception.
Oh, perception. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, do I have to do it as well?
So she looks completely earnest. She looks legitimately terrified. She's shaking. Her jaw is quivering. She looks nothing like the put-together woman you saw before. And she pleads with you with tears in her eyes. Please, can you help me? I need to save my husband's life.
Why can't your husband save his own?
He would never believe it. I think Ed is behind all this.
We have a letter that shows he is behind this.
But my husband won't believe it. I need proof. And I have a plan, but you need to meet me tonight. I can't be here any longer. He'll know. Please meet me.
Sure.
Ed the Lesser, the guy you guys have been dealing with, the captain or the Chamberlain for the Duke, the guy who to Lavallo.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tancred asked. So
He's the one that gave us the rat quest, isn't he?
yes, and has been dismissed as been kind of an a-hole to you guys. That guy.
I didn't mean to do that.
Thank you.
All right. She says, "Thank you. Meet me at Direwolf Unpretty at 9."
Direwolf. 9 anti or 9 post?
9 post.
Direwolf what? Anti-pretty?
Unpretty. You know, like Coyote Ugly?
Oh god. 9 bells post. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. She gently kisses each of your hands as she rushes out.
I kind of just fling my hand trying to get whatever was there off.
As she's leaving, she says, "Please, you must leave. You know the way to the gate. Just go. Go, before he catches us."
I'm going to wait for Captain Joe.
He's not coming back.
Why
What
not?
do you mean?
Because he and I have already discussed this. I have to go stop him from talking to Ed.
Why would he talk to Ed?
Because he's a fool.
Yeah, he seemed pretty. He wouldn't listen to anything I said.
Well, no one listens to you, Angry. That's kind of the point.
What'd you say?
Brother,
You heard me.
brother, you punched 3 personnel.
You punched a child.
Paid the child. Sorry,
What's- Why are you doing like key blasts?
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to like change things in the character sheet. I keep picking the wrong thing.
Got it. You guys gonna wait around for Joe?
Nope. I'm gonna walk away.
I'm gonna tell everyone to leave, and I'm gonna kind of stealth and wait for Joe to come back in. But if Joe comes in with Ed, I'm going to slip out. So I'm gonna prepare that movement.
Hey, what are you doing?
Ew.
Asking who should I show this orb to?
Gotta keep on
I'm
finding.
really happy about this orb.
Put the orb away.
Actually, brother, I might know somebody in temple. Just check on them. Would you hand it to me?
What did you say?
I might know cleric or paladin who might know about that orb. May I see it?
Oh yeah, here. I hand him
Thank
the
you,
orb.
brother. I'll give it to you within a week.
Is it still wrapped?
I mean, it can be.
No, I'm just trying to figure out if you're in the cloth too or not.
Yeah, sure. I'll give it to him with cloth.
Okay.
How heavy is it?
2 pounds.
That's not that heavy.
No, it's not. All right. So, Aang, are you leaving like Chrono asked?
Sure.
He's trying to
From-
show his orb to people.
I just want to show him my orb.
Chrono, as you wait, nothing. No one seems to enter.
I'll wait just a smidge longer, preparing one of my darts. Just waiting.
Nothing.
All right. I'll slip out to the front and rendezvous with Angry and Tancred.
Okay. All right. I think this is probably a good spot for us to call it.
Alright.
All right. Don't forget to level up.
Leveled up.
America.
Alright,
Mark.
gonna try this. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't work. Dang it. God fucking damn it. Alright,
What are you trying to do?
try to see if it. So I'm supposed to, if I put into level 2, it should do 2d8, right?